My
apologies.
The fact is, why is it though that the entire Jamaica Labour Party administration, the parliamentarians, except for Mike Henry, voted for the banks and voted against the people of Jamaica on the bill that Fitzjackson brought to the parliament?
Well, put it this way. If you type right now into Google, government consultant breaks ranks, something to that effect, you will see a particular view that I expressed. Get one of your researchers. By the way, the researcher not come with the numbers yet from the previous thing where them did a research.
You know, so I now follow the chat though. I might have missed it.
They have,
because I now follow the chat tight
There's
enough.
a thing here that says government consultant.
Tell us what it says, Marlon. You know what it says.
But that's how I bring it up, but I'm not really walk around. All right. So the caption of it was a nationwide story because I was speaking on nationwide. It says here, government communications consultant parts with administration on banking fees.
Talk to me.
It says here, a government of Jamaica consultant is breaking ranks with the Andrew Holness administration over the banking fee controversy. Communications specialist in the Ministry of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries, Marlon Morgan, says the government should support the proposals made by South St. Catherine Member of Parliament Fitzjackson in his bill to amend the Banking Service Act of 2014. And it says here, Mr. Jackson has been struggling to get the bill passed in the House of Representatives, but government MPs, including Industrial and Commerce Minister Carl Samuda, has voted down the bill. They have also maintained that more than 90% of the bill's provisions already exist in current legislation, but Mr. Morgan doesn't agree. And then they went on to mention something about Damian King. And then the other paragraph which concerns me, it says here, Mr. Morgan notes that persons who are cashing checks have to do so at the banks stipulated by the writer of the check. He also says banks are now using fees to generate a majority of their income. So let me just explain something about me, Colin.
Yeah.
I don't arrive at positions lightly in terms of, views and things. I kind of study things for myself. But importantly, there's a turn of phrase that I had used then that I will use tonight again. On the bank fees matter, my personal position was that, right? You're following me? My position on the banking fees issue was that we should not allow the best to be the enemy of the good. Because the point that was being made by the administration at the time was that we are actually doing something better will come than what is being proposed by Fitzjackson. And I was saying and thinking to myself, and actually said it on radio as well, as you're seeing in the article there. I was making the point that, all right, since there are merits to what Fitzjackson has brought, we cannot go with those because it is foolhardy to make the best the enemy of the good. So although this is not the Rolls Royce, but you will admit that a Nissan Tida is still better than a bicycle. It can get us to Montego Bay faster, no sir?
Correct. So, let me take the call and come back to. Yeah. Don't lose your thought. Go ahead, caller.
Mr. Bell, good night.
Yes, sir.
It's not the first time I listen to Marlon. Very brilliant guy. Very, very brilliant. I respect his opinion. I respect his thoughts.
Speak up for me. You have speaking on the phone.
No, I think what Marlon needs to do is find himself in an area that he can do more for Jamaica than what he's doing now with the party. He needs to go on his own.
All right, I think give me area.
No, but let him unpack that a bit. What
so let's come back to the banking thing, Marlon. So you are saying that the fact that your party voted against the people of Jamaica and voted for the banks, you were not in agreement with them?
I wouldn't say voted against because so the idea is not voted against the people of Jamaica. They took a position where they were placing their marbles and banking on this wonderful, fit for purpose, and more brilliant Rolls Royce.
So where is it?
The Nissan Tida.
Where is it?
I personally, right now, I would have to go and research to find out what's the latest on this matter. I think you can perhaps invite Fitz Jackson on the program to perhaps comment on this matter.
Marlon,
but the principle of it is
the members of Parliament on the Jamaica Labour Party side voted in favor of the big banks and voted against the people of Jamaica.
I can't fault you for expressing your opinion on the matter. That's a takeaway that you have. If you call 10 people into a room on the same question, you may come away with 10 different perspectives on the issue. Because what I'm saying to you is that I don't subscribe to the view that the then administration, because this was in the Holness administration's first term, that they voted against or went against the people of Jamaica in favor of the banks.
If you were in the parliament, then you'd voted with you'd have voted with Fitz Jackson. Isn't that what you're saying to us tonight?
What I'm saying to you tonight is that at any given time, at any hour of the morning or evening, I vote according to what my considered view is and what I consider to be right by the Jamaican people.
And you'd have voted for the Fitz Jackson bill?
I'm not getting into the business of hypotheticals because I never went there.
You soon become a senator.
I never went there.
So you soon become a senator.
I mean,
so start telling us which part of vote go from now.
So my vote, the people can rest assured, Colin. Because first of all, I'm not a rubber stamp man. I process phenomena for myself, I examine things for myself, and form my own opinions. However, notwithstanding personal opinions, you will accept that within a context of collective responsibility and caucusing either as an opposition or caucusing as government members, because this is how the parliamentary system works. You caucus, there are matters on which you will get to exercise a personal opinion in terms of a conscience vote. For example, abortion, the death penalty, people may exhibit, or even the buggery issue, you may have a conscience vote. And so, especially in a context where you're a member of the political executive, you will have, your caucus, and you will essentially express and articulate the position of the caucus that you're associated with. However,
so maybe you wouldn't turn up like Mike Henry.
No, man. But what each of us must do is that when we are in the space where the discussion is happening, if nobody in the room now back fit, if you believe that nobody in the room, as far as you're concerned, now back for the Jamaican people in the way they ought to, you have to make sure, say, you turn up and make your voice count and your advocacy heard.